Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears, that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs, to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, the path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness. By giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised. And this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand. To be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and in the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 344th One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace here on Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute, Education Department, and part of the public teachings in English. My name's Rick Cremond, and I'll be host once again in this weekly series of workshops that's been ongoing for many years now. And once again, we have the honor of being joined with members of the Universal Council and support members. And I believe we're ready to go with today's show. So without further ado, let's get that up on the screen and allow the members to participate. Please
Good morning.
begin.
Good morning,
Hello.
Rick. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, we hear you clear.
Thank you. Thank you. This is Stefania. I'm representing the Italian language for the Universal Council. I'll give you the welcome today. Welcome to this weekly appointment of One Planet, One Nation, One Race. Thank you to be here today with us. We're going to share more knowledge and also thank you for wherever you are. Thank you. So we start again today, and we're going to talk again going to speak about the last workshop of Mr. Keshe, the 55th Knowledge Seeker Workshop. If it's your first time here in this public teaching, every Thursday we have the pleasure to have a Mr. Keshe to teach freely everywhere in the world, teach freely in the public workshop, usually every Thursday at 9 a.m. CET time, European time. If you miss the workshop, not to worry, because you can always go on YouTube and trace it back. You just Google Knowledge Seeker Workshop and you put the number, and you can re-listen many times as you want the workshop of the public teaching of the Spaceship Institute. You are very welcome to be present, and you can raise your hands and make a question directly to Mr. Keshe every Thursday. So anyone is invited to do so. And usually the link of the workshop are in the Telegram chat. And we got Telegram chat for divided in language like English, Spanish, Italian, and so on. So the workshop last week was again a very, very, very deep workshop, very mind-blowing. Thanks to Rick, we talk about the black hole. So Mr. Keshe explain again what is the black hole. So that's why I really recommend you to listen, because it's very, very interesting. If you're interested to know what really is a black hole, I recommend you to listen to the workshop on last Thursday. Also, he started talking about the space between planet, the space, the things we call him empty space, that actually is not empty. So it was very, very interesting in the beginning of the workshop. So he's talking again, Mr. Keshe talk again about the fields, and this empty space actually is not empty. Then going to the black hole, explain the black hole. He wrote a paper. I really recommend you, if you got time, to go in the website of the Keshe Foundation, and there you can find all the scientific paper that Mr. Keshe had published. And in those paper, there is the paper talking about the black hole. And it was very interesting because Rick had shared a testimonial that happened last Monday, because once a month we got testimonial from Knowledge Seeker. And Gianni from Romania showed this beautiful video about the spider web. And from the spider web, we could understand better how the fields work, how the fields interact with each other's. Thank you, Rick. This video was really, really amazing video. You want to show it quickly? It's really, really beautiful. Here we go. And you can see how the spider making a web. I mean, it's astonishing to see a spider having so much knowledge. We still try to understand this web and how the fields are interacting on this web.
Just to let people know, this is a time-lapse video, so this is over, I guess, several hours probably. And yeah, and it's interesting that at the beginning, the spider is actually going in a clockwise direction for the first loops. Then it suddenly stops and goes counterclockwise for all the rest of them. It's a beautiful video for sure.
Yes, yes. And then Mr. Keshe was talking with you and connecting to the fact that is similar, this technique that the spider use was very interesting, because when you were talking about the black hole, then Mr. Keshe was talking with
Stefania,
you.
I'm not hearing your voice for some reason, so I have to.
Can you hear me now?
Wrong with my settings, apparently.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
If I can get back to it, maybe by sharing sound differently.
Is anyone else hear me okay? Or because sometimes
we
it's
can hear you.
Okay, sometimes it's
Lost
problem
my
with
audio to everybody, actually.
Right. I just disconnected
So
my.
just give me a minute and I'll try something.
Yeah, I just lost my system as well. I just rejoined. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, just keep talking there, Mark, because I can't hear you yet. I'm going to try disconnecting my audio system and.
All right, testing. If it's going to take. Is it working? Okay. Yes.
Let me just. Yeah, let me just turn down the.
Okay.
Oh, the sound's all the way down. That's what's. Okay, I understand now. So let me re-hook up here. Some kind of strange thing where my sound was turned off automatically. All right, I think I'm good here now. So let's carry on. What were you trying to tell me?
No, my system just disconnected as well. So there was some glitch there across Zoom. I reported it to Zoom. No problem. We continue.
Yeah, can you hear me?
You were saying, Stefania?
Yeah, I was about the spider, because then from the spider web, Mr. Keshe start. Can you hear me, Mark?
For some reason, I'm not able to hear Stefania right now. So
testing. Testing.
Yeah, it has something to do with my sound system. So I have to go through my computer sound, and we'll do it that way.
Claudia said she's hearing. Rick, are you hearing us? Are you hearing Stefania?
I am hearing now, yes. Please go ahead.
Perfect. Yes. So I was just saying that regarding the spider web, from the spider web, he's starting to explain how the spacecraft are made, very similar to the spider web structure. So I really invite everyone who is interested and they want to know how spacecraft are built is in there, is in the 555. Also, we spoke about the Mr. Keshe spoke about the black hole that you can find in the website on the Keshe Foundation. The paper is written there. Then he went to talk about how the spacecraft are built, and he also said that he will show this in Iran. So he will have a small box, and from the small box he will create the spacecraft. So anyone who can go to Iran, they will experience something. I think maybe first, no one else will have experience, I suppose, to see a spacecraft to materialize out of the air. So it was very, very interesting. And then he went down to talk about question and answer. So he went to talk about also about the heart and many other things. He also suggests the Universal Council and the Universal Council support and all of us to give a strong support at the soul level to elevate all the world leaders. So he really invite us to continue our work at the soul level, to continuously elevate the world leader. If our wish is peace, that is the way he suggests that we can help. And then also towards the end, there's much more stuff. I can talk for hours, so I really recommend you to go to see the workshop. And then he also invite everyone who can donate to please donate, because they really need a lot of support for research. So they really need a lot of support, financial support. So anyone who have a financial possibility, and they can donate anything from £10 to £1 million, or euro, whatever you have. And if you can, please remember to donate so you can give it back to the foundation. All this free knowledge, you can give it back by supporting the foundation in that way. I know that Lisbon suggests me a lot of other stuff to say, but if I forgot something, you can remind me later, you can add later. We're gonna go now into read the wishes, and then we're gonna connect at the soul level. We're gonna have a few minutes where we're gonna connect at the soul level, and then we're gonna talk again more in detail of the 555 knowledge seeker workshop. So I hope you enjoy today, and if you are from any community, at the end you can raise your hands and ask anything that you think your community need and you want us to support us with. Okay, thank you so much. So we can go ahead. Thank you. Gonna read the wish. So I don't know who is supposed to read this wish. So
Hello.
yeah,
Hello.
Baroness. Nice to hear your voice. Please,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
We, the UC and the supports, give from our soul for peace on earth and to elevate the soul of all political and religious leaders to come to the path of peace.
We are present.
We, the Universal Council, unite your souls with the souls of the elements that affect change in the world. redundancy, such as rain, fire, and wind, to find balance in every part of this planet. Our wish is common.
We are present.
Sorry, everyone. My computer just went crazy here, and I'm able to control my workshop. Okay, we're getting back there. Okay, I think I finally found my way back. Please go ahead.
Okay. We, the UC, elevate the soul of the totality of the Keshe Foundation, creating peace and everything that it seeks or wish. I shall come.
We are present. We, the Universal Council, give freely from our soul to all religious and world leaders and to all those in the background to see the beauty of the truth about the Creator and creation and to set the course towards world peace. Our wish is our command. We are present.
So, hello again. This is Berna's representing the Universal Council support for the language. Well, for the soul connection today, I thought maybe I had some personal experience. Maybe it would be helpful to find our soul. Some years ago, in a teaching, a knowledge seeker asked Mr. Keshe, "What can I do if sometimes I feel depression?" He answered something like, "You tell to your soul that I love you, I adore you, I adore to be with you." Then later on, when I needed to address my soul, I was addressing this love to my soul, that I love to be with it. And then I thought that would be my soul. Now, I would like to ask you to sit calmly and let go of your soul and connect to other souls towards peace on earth, prosperity and justice, abundance for all, and everyone freely uses the technology of Keshe and all be creative with it. Then we stay a moment in this state. Thanks.
Thank you, beautiful souls, for being present always in this beauty and totality, in this connection. Thank you so much for the rainbow color. Salam, namaste, salute. Now we can move to the next slide.
Okay, thank you, Shweta. Thank you, Myrnaz. This is an invitation from the Universal Council to join us on a daily basis. It's a test for humanity. I'm Mark from the United States, Universal Council supporter. But anyway, this is a test. We're inviting you to take a test every day. And the beauty of this test is that nobody fails. You all pass this test, but it's up to you to start entering into it. So many times, again, to create the world peace, so many times I hear people say it is what it is. Nothing will ever change. It's been this way. There's nothing I can do about it. And, we just have to accept what is. But now we're learning that we have energies within our structure and that we can use those energies in a very good way to bring about a change. Mr. Keshe had said about the new phase that the foundation is entering into to usher in this new peace on this planet, this permanent peace on this planet. And he said we're talking about the end of the wars of religion, not so much ending religion, but we're ending the war of religion. So when he said this is a new phase for the Keshe Foundation and for humanity, for some reason it brought me back to Star Trek. And I heard that word phase, and I was thinking of phasers, which they used to carry with them. And they'd meet another civilization or something, and he'd tell them to set your phasers on stun. And I was thinking, and that came into my mind, and I was thinking, gee, we sort of have these energies. Maybe we can set our phasers on peace and promote peace in this way and to end these wars. And then I was thinking about this aurora, which Mr. Keshe taught in the previous couple, not in the 555, but 554 and 553, about how we've been magnetically elevated by the sun through its energies as we are this rotating sphere. And those energies interacted with this planet. And as we understand it, everyone is starting to become elevated. We'll see these energies take root and take hold and grow and expand. So if we see the sun doing this, and we know our soul is a sun, can't we do the same thing like the aurora with the religious leaders, the world leaders, even yourself or your neighbor or in your family? This is the mystery of the matter state of the entity that the Keshe Foundation is opening up. We're so enamored with this matter state that we don't think there's anything really outside it. But now we're learning that we can use our energy. So every day at 9 p.m., the Universal Council invites the Keshe family, the Universal Council family, in unifying at the soul level every day at 9 p.m. Central European Summertime or Central European Time, for the elevation of the souls of all leaders and soul of the totality of the Keshe Foundation, creating peace in everything that exists. So it's up to you if it's your wish to see peace. Path of Peace is made very clearly. It's our collective soul, by giving, will create this position of change. And as we know, the reason we're doing it collectively is because we're stronger. We all have different fields, and you may have the field that matches what's needed. So without you, we could possibly lose this. So we're just asking you to become interactive, find out more about your energy side, and practice it on a regular basis. Again, this is the part of you, I think, that you will use when you go out into the universe and you start interacting on this energy level. Unless, of course, you take a craft, but if you're operating on the energy level, you'll be needing to give and take, not only for yourself, but to, in a way, share with others. So as we saw the spider weaving the web, and very beautiful, as Mr. Keshe said, this is the way spacecrafts are created, but it's also, I think, the way the peace is created. So let's together weave this web of peace. And as I said, this is a test for humanity. And it's up to each and every one of us to, in a way, wish for peace. And then we will see through the wish that we create these conditions, which creates the material for the wish to manifest. Again, I always thought wishes were really for children to try and get what they wanted or something. I didn't think wishing was for adults. But as we understand it, this is why there's no war in the universe, because the universal community creates everything they need out of their wishes. And this is what the Universal Council is learning. We're all not there yet. We're learning to become active, and we can create what we need in the energy dimension and then see it manifest at the appropriate time in the matter state. So again, this is not anything that's not done pretty regularly in the universe, but for mankind, since we're so physical, we think it's all works that way. But as we know, we've never touched these world leaders by making phone calls or trying to get an appointment with them. But we also understand we have a mother connection through the Creator. And this connection is what we use to touch the souls of these people and to also touch the souls of those who operate behind the scenes. In other words, the puppet masters and the ones that finance these wars. So if it's your wish to see peace, join us on a daily basis and help us weave that beautiful web of peace on this planet, that it encompasses all of the inhabitants. And then we take this across the universe. And that's basically what I wanted to say today. But you're welcome, you're invited. And now that you know, it's up to you to make that choice and to expand and to give to the others for their elevation to these souls in need. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I have to say that you said so beautifully, touching the heart and soul. And exactly what you said, that this connection is always there. Just we have to unify ourselves and be there always. As we know,
Right.
we can work everywhere. Thank
And
you,
as
Mike.
we heard in the video, your soul is a star in the cosmos of the universe. So what we see the sun do, we can definitely replicate the same thing with our energies. Yes. And we thank Gianni and the team for providing this, and Mr. Keshe opening it up a little bit more for all of us. It's a beautiful showing of how the universe is actually put together. It's a building process, not an exploding process or a Big Bang theory. It starts small as a seed and builds up. And we saw the same with the spider web. He puts out those major connections and then does a little bit more work, dividing them evenly, and weaves this web. So let's weave the web of peace and entangle everyone in it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, of course, we can see how our RNA and DNA create this magnificent we all are. And we can understand our ability to create and clarify, clean this energy with the use of this clockwise and anti-clockwise, this direction of the spider. Beautiful. Thank you, Gianni, my dear. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mark and Shweta. Next, we have an extract from the questions and answers with the Universal Council with Claudia and Marie. And this is from the Saturday, September 7th session that they had. And we are on question 2 at this point. So let me get that teed up. And if my audio will play properly, which I've had some problems today with, we should be able to hear them now.
Cool.
Oops. Hello, Mark.
No, I was just going to say, we'll let you know.
Okay, thank you.
If there's an issue. I think there's an issue.
You can't hear that?
No.
Oh, it was coming through on my
stream
studio.
I can hear, but the connection to the others is not complete for some reason.
Maybe I'll try turning up the audio and see if that works. Let me try it again here. Otherwise, I have another setting I can use. Maybe I'll go right to that setting. Let me try this first. Let me know if you can hear it.
Or am I just... It's only this.
Yes.
Oh, you can. Okay, great. Let me reset it.
Okay, apparently there is a glitch. We heard it for a few seconds when you were just testing it, but now it seems to have cut out, even though you have the volume all the way up. And
Okay, let me try a different setting here. Okay, I'm about to try a different setting. Let me know if you can hear it now.
That question?
Yes.
Am I just... It's only this. Okay.
Okay, we'll have to go with those settings. I'll reset the video once again. We'll give it another try.
That was a no.
I haven't started it yet. So.
Okay. I thought I saw her mouth.
I was moving it back and forth trying to get it to zero in there, but I don't think the audio actually played because I couldn't hear it either. So we'll try it now.
Então vamos para a segunda pergunta.
You got it.
Como podemos...
I think I have to go a little bit earlier than my sound setting here, what I was told, because I think we're missing the question. So let me play it a bit earlier.
How can we access the soul of the emotions of the universe?
Então vamos para a segunda pergunta. Como podemos acessar a alma da emoção do universo?
I think there was something else to that question, or am I just...
Acho que it's only this.
Okay, I did something wrong here. It's like I'm collapsed. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So the first answer, by not thinking, but by feeling it.
Então a primeira resposta é não pensando, mas sentindo.
And there is another answer. We are a single energy, part of the fundamental energy of the Creator and emotion. It is energy in motion, replicating the emotion of the universe in us, giving unconditionally, living and acting with the ethics of the Creator, the ethics of Mitras. Our desire, consciously focused, is the manifested command.
Outra resposta é: somos uma única energia, parte da energia fundamental do Criador e emoção. É energia em movimento, replicando a emoção do universo em nós, dando incondicionalmente, vivendo e agindo com a ética do Criador, a ética de Mitra. Nosso desejo, conscientemente focado, é o comando manifestado.
And there is another answer. The process of unifying souls includes that access. If Mr. Keshe is talking in the intro of the One Planet, One Nation, One Race on Thursdays, he is talking about the real work of the universe. Unified souls accommodate each other, share the rays and the fields of the universe to provide all it needs. If all have all they need, isn't that what we call paradise?
Outra resposta é: o processo de unificação das almas inclui esse acesso. Se o Sr. Keshe está falando na introdução de um planeta, uma nação, uma raça, nas quintas-feiras, ele está falando sobre o verdadeiro trabalho do universo. Ambas almas unificadas se acomodam mutuamente, compartilham os raios e campos do universo para fornecer tudo o que é necessário. Se todos têm tudo o que precisam, não é isso que chamamos de paraíso?
And there's another answer. As everything in the universe is energy, but of a different spectrum of field strength. Aligning your energy to the level of energy you wish to interact with could be a solution. How to do that? By strengthening your soul and align your soul of physicality with the soul of the man. By following the ethos of Mitra. Think good, speak good, and do good. Serve others.
E outra resposta é: como tudo no universo é energia, mas de um espectro diferente de força de campo, alinhar sua energia ao nível de energia com o qual você deseja interagir pode ser uma solução. E como fazer isso? Fortalecendo sua alma e alinhando sua alma da fisicalidade com a alma do homem, seguindo o ethos de Mitra. Pensar o bem, falar o bem e fazer o bem, usando os 24 mandamentos como diretrizes para a sua vida. Sirva aos outros.
So then we are on the third question. What
All right, we'll keep the third question until next week. Thank you, Claudia and Marie. Okay, next we have a recording of Jacko talking about Captain. So let me play the audio file of Captain Jacko here. Just 1 minute. Okay, I believe you'll be able to hear this shortly. Let me know if it doesn't come through.
Captain. Hello, beautiful souls, in, on, and beyond our beautiful planet Earth. It's me, Jacko. I'm Universal Council member and representative of the Dutch language. A warm welcome to all of you. Please, always ask your soul to guide and support you in everything you do all day. And if you understood, start spreading the knowledge by teaching the others. Because it's this exchange of knowledge that brings us to understand deeper, and by learning more, we can teach more. Now it's my thoughts and what I've learned from the teachings in the Knowledge Seekers workshops of Mr. Keshe. Who is the captain? Who do we make our captain? Are we still the captain of our soul? Or do we recognize what and where we as humanity went wrong in the past thousands of years? Do we understand that our soul in the soul dimension doesn't lie, doesn't kill, and is connected as a fractal to the creation essential energy? Mr. Keshe explains this in so many ways, and still we hear, I am the captain of my soul. Really? Sometimes I ask myself, why are people so afraid of taking responsibility for their own lives? Of course, it takes time to learn, to understand and exercise what we've learned. The saying is, no master fell down from heaven yet. Well, will we say this still after we find the direct connection in the soul dimension to the knowledge, if we come to this state of no more intermediaries, we have to take the responsibility for our own lives. Because there will be no rabbi, priest, or whatever to preach from the council how your life should be. And that's why it's so important to understand why we need to live the ethos of Mitra. Why we should not wait till later, because of whatever reason. Make your soul your captain, not the other way around. Your soul is the converter of some, but a lot of some makes a whole lot of all. A knowledge seeker asked me how many thousand souls we need to reach the point where we can create a better world. I told him, it's not the numbers, my friend. It's the understanding that it is you as this fractal. It's you who are this part of the Creator in creation. And if enough souls come together, they become the Creator in creation. You understand? Do you feel this impact? All this knowledge, use it wise. Use it to the benefit of all. No one excluded. Even the so-called enemies are part of totality. If mankind would understand this, the wars would be over. No one fights his own brother, his own blood. Try to understand Mr. Keshe's explanation of the magnet positioning. Understand that you can reposition your magnet with pure love. What you spread will come back to you in multiple strength. So do it right. Do it unconditional. Change the world. Start with yourselves. And if enough of us do so, we start this tsunami of unconditional love. As Mr. Keshe said, the Creator is back on earth. It's the beginning of the new understanding that always was there. It was us who denied it. And it will always be there for us to walk the new path of peace. First on earth, and then for all souls in existence. We love you endlessly.
Well, many thanks to Jacko for that. Now we'll move to our next presentation.
Thank you, Rick.
Dean. Hi, Dean. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Rick. You can hear me okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd just like to say, so it's Dean here representing the English language. And I would just like to thank Jacko for that wonderful audio transmission that we've just received. On a soul level, I feel that many knowledge seekers, many souls that are present who've received the wisdom and love from that transmission have just elevated. Because you've just received from the soul of the man, unconditionally. And that love and care, that essence of creation, is just absorbed into your physicality, connected to your soul, connected to the Creator. And you've just received that gift. that love in this moment. Thank you, Jacko. That was very powerful, very beautiful, and I'm sure it touched the soul of all that were listening, that were paying attention, that were present. So I'd just like to read some knowledge and understanding from the Knowledge Seekers Workshop 555 by Mr. Keshe. So it was last week, and I'm just going to read right from off the bat, just from the very beginning. I'm going to read some of it, and I'll add some of my own words and thoughts as I meander through Mr. Keshe's teachings. So something we taught in the past few weeks, and we expand for the knowledge seekers to understand more, is connection of the magnetic fields connection. So that's the magrav. That's the always going to the positive. It flows both ways, but we have a choice in the moment. Do we want to go to the negative in our thoughts, in our actions, in our words, or do we always want to go to stay in the positive? Whenever I've been present with the foundation and Mr. Keshe, he usually says to go to the positive. So I always take this position where you give and you explain. And when we do this, when we take this position, then we start to act the way Jacko was speaking in his transmission, that we start to give, and the creation is behind you, all the souls present. So just take that for one moment, that thought of all the countless numbers of souls that are present with you in this moment, giving their energy to you as you receive from the creation. This is the knowledge that Mr. Keshe shares. Those magnetic fields that are part of everything that we are. They're in every moment. They're in every single thing that we do as we take our position. And we all take our position. It's a gift. And that energy, as Marie was speaking about, is always in motion. It's an energy transfer. And then we connect. So it's your choice in this moment. So I'll read a little bit further. So connection, how? It's created between the elements. Be it in the body of the man, be it in the kidney of the man, be it in the liver of the man, be it in the galaxy, be it in the universe. And once the knowledge is expanded, and once the scientists, or what I call universal scientists, understand the work of the universe is similar to the work of the body of the man. So we have a universe within our system. We are a system. In the universe, it would be a galaxy, and that within the body of man could be your kidney. This is what it seems to be that Mr. Keshe is explaining here. So those systems, they could be the body of man, it could be a planetary system or a galaxy. And it's us who chooses where we get our knowledge from. If we just receive from what we believe, what we've received in the past, that's gone. That moment is gone. That understanding is from a past position. But when we come into this moment and receive the knowledge that Mr. Keshe and the knowledge seekers, the Universal Council, the universal community are bringing forward as a gift to humanity, then we start to realize what we've come to know is a very small part of the totality. And this is bringing us forward in this moment now into a new understanding that has always been with us, has always been part of us, and always will be part of us, whether we choose to accept it or not. But it is something that is always present with us. And that's the magnetic gravitational fields interactions of the universal flow. And even if we are present in a physical body on planet Earth, we still receive that cosmic informations, that cosmic field strength in each and every moment. We've seen that the interactions that have been happening across Central Europe at the moment with the flooding, and not just Europe, but across the planet. And Mr. Keshe has explained this was a cosmic event that happened on the 20th of April, 2023. And we received the energy, a burst of energy of a higher order, and it's affected all the souls. And as I think I said last week, the soul of the planet has been affected. And so it's repositioned like the magnets. And it's a constant flow of energy informations that we receive, each and every one of us. So with each word that I speak, I'm repositioning. The others have to reposition around as I speak the script in this moment. And so the script and the teachings of Mr. Keshe, as the words are spoken, each and every soul in physicality that hears it, receives the information, has to reposition, has to move slightly. And that can be in a condition of energy state, which would be the soul, or in a physical state, which is still the soul, which is part of the structure that is, let's say, guiding the physicality. So it's receiving the informations, receiving the field strength of the spoken word, of the intention, of the creator's thoughts that are transmitted and transmuted through to your understanding and positioning in this exact, precise moment. So I'll read a little bit more. And once the knowledge is expanded, and once the scientists, or what I call universal scientists, understand the work of the universe is similar to the work of the body of the man. And the body of the man, like every other animal, we'll see galaxies, for example, have certain areas which behave like the kidney. We see the structure of the universe, collection of galaxies, which behave like a heartbeat of the galaxy. Like a heartbeat of the galaxy. So we breathe through our lungs, and we use this system that we've developed in the physicality to create a heartbeat. However, there is a galaxy, universal, unicos heartbeat. And when you connect on a soul level, you match your heartbeat, your soul beat, to that elevation of the soul of the creator, then perhaps you become in tune with it, and your thoughts, action, words, and deeds may become very transparent in that moment. In a way, when we look at the structure of the galaxies and the structure of the body of the man and the unicos, and all follow the same pattern, there is no difference. Because magnetic fields cannot interact any other way. It's not a car that you can put the engine from the back to the front and put, God knows, something else, and it'll work. Fields, collection of fields, collection of plasmas, which these fields make automatically. due to the field strength and composition of the fields. And the different strengths of the fields and totality due to the size of the amalgamation of the fields at the end have to create the same structure. If it reaches the dimension of the physicality, it manifests itself. So it sounds like this is an automatic condition that the soul, in interaction in the environment, creates itself, manifests itself automatically. Galaxies, in a way, to the eye of the man, we see the universe, which is about 5% of what we see is created that way. Our soul interacting with the fields of this planet at the start with the fields of the womb of the mother. So the womb of the mother, the beauty of creation in physicality, is already connected to the energy of the universe, of the creator, that plasmatic condition, that positioning. Our soul interacting with the field of this planet at the start with the field of the womb of the mother create a structure of a memory pack where everything has to be kept and controlled. A place which keeps the engine going for the physical part. A place where rejects extra material. It absorbs from the environment, and a place where it grows and the rest of it. So galaxies do the same. Galaxies start small and they grow to a size. So within the environment, within the boundary structure of the magnetic fields, that entity, that soul, expands and creates a dimension, very much like a child in the mother's womb. It grows to a certain dimension, which is apparently automatic and part of a process, part of a much larger process in the Unicos. And we are on this beautiful green planet called planet Earth that is part of a much bigger structure. And so the cosmic conditioning is allowing us to manifest ourselves in physicality, and we look a certain way when we manifest in this position. If we take the soul to another position, you would look totally different. So the galaxies start small and they grow to a size. They reach a point of maturity like we do. So we do the same, don't we? So as a human being, we start off with universal knowledge. We come into the womb and we have all this knowledge, and then we are born and we forget it all. And we start all over again. So we believe. So we believe. And we go through the process of expanding and growing and reaching a certain size, very much like a galaxy. So they reach this point of maturity like we do. Man's point of maturity and physical separation of the central energy is 70, 80, or 100 years. That's a belief. That's what we interact with in the physical form because of our conditioning of what we have come to know. A galaxy is billions of years of the man. A galaxy is billions of years of the man. But in essence, it is the same. It's the same. So when we come to understand some of this knowledge and we interact with the plasmatic conditions, as Mr. Keshe said many, many times, man can live millions of years or you can choose to live for a fraction of that. The choice is yours. The knowledge is being shared. And when you move into the space that I think we've delivered today through some of the knowledge and through some of the understandings of Mr. Keshe, that is then transferred and transmuted through the souls of Jacko, Sweta, Mark, Rick, Stefania, Elizabeth, Marinez, and many, many others. And I'm sorry if I didn't mention all the names. They all have received this knowledge and are sharing it. They're part of the totality, and we receive it through the beauty of the unconditional love and caring that started from a seed that actually started in the Unicos, that actually started with the Creator, and then it's being passed, and the field strength radiated throughout the cosmos is now affecting us in a physical form. But we have to remember that the physical form moves when the soul receives. So whether we listen to it or not is our choice. You always have a choice in this moment. However, you always receive on a soul level. And as Jacko said very, very beautifully, our enemies that we think are enemies really don't exist. Only if we flow energy and thoughts and intentions in that direction. The moment we learn this knowledge and we go inside the universe that is part of us, then nothing on the outside can touch, and we can create as we wish. Our wish is our command. And I wish you love and peace and the most beautiful existence in this moment. And thank you all for listening. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, my dear Dean. So beautiful. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. This is Mosfek, representing Bengali language. Once again, we are gathered here to explore transmutation. Transmutation is the norm. Then one moment, this moment we are something, the next moment we are not the same fields. Some things have changed. We have heard today that, only 5% of the universe is visible, perhaps even less. The visible, when we talk about visibility, we talk about the range that we can perceive. There are other beings, other life forms that can perceive ranges of manifestation beyond what human can do. But if we pause for a moment, maybe we have underestimated our ability to perceive. What do I mean by that? You're walking down the street. You see a derelict building. You are curious. You go there. You feel a certain feeling. One part of the building has a certain pleasantness to it. Another part makes you uneasy. Are we perceiving other kinds of manifestation through our capacity to perceive through feet? There are other energies that are expressing itself in a way that we do not perceive with our five senses. But we do perceive that uneasiness, that pleasantness. Those are manifestations. So beings or life forms, in whatever shape and form, has their own expression of manifestation. We too have this ability. We sometimes, see people in our lives. We, even without talking to them or speaking a word or listening to anything, we feel some affinity towards them, or sometimes with others, some repulsions. So they are generating fields or manifesting fields beyond our perceived range, yet we know that there is something else happening here. So the universe that we look every at night or even during daytime, can we perceive these fields, the so-called invisible fields? If we extend ourselves, our soul has the capacity. If we extend our fields towards this invisible manifestation, would we be able to see things? We can flip the whole scenario, and we are manifesting right now in human form on this planet. Are we, or can we, manifest in another form elsewhere simultaneously? Mr. Keshe talked about multiple manifestations. It doesn't have to be human form. Some far away part of in the universe, we are manifested, but in a different range of fields. The same soul. As we learn to travel and transmute, we have done also, many of us have experience with and without the help of the enhancement unit, traveling across the universe and other parts of this vastness. Were we there? In the form of fields, or perhaps even some manifestation. The manifestation that's unlike our current manifestation as human beings. It's multiple manifestation, one being here as human being, playing with our, mobile phone in connecting with the enhancement unit. But at the same time, we're traveling in the fields. But just because we didn't manifest as a human being doesn't mean we did not manifest. Or we may have chosen to manifest in certain instances as another range of fields. When we know from science fiction movies that, the spaceships do cloaking, or they put up their invisibility shield, or whatever they have the terms in that specific movie scenario. But the crafts exist, but the manifestation is not in the range that the other are observing. So does that ability exist within us? Well, Mr. Keshe mentioned that you can go in front of the mirror, and if you wish, you can become invisible. So, are we there? Or are we here? Are we in both places? And are we in many more places? In many shapes and forms. Let's expand our capacities. Trust that our soul can do so. fall in love with our soul's capacity, as Jaco was mentioning in his recorded presentation. And then we can do wonders. But it is not wonder, not something wonderful. It's, yes, at the beginning it will be fun, but it is something we can all do. We can teach, though some of us will do it one thing before that, another of us. We can tell others, this is how you go about doing this. It is nothing unusual. We are naturally built with this capacity. And what is the fun of it? There are beings which do not perceive, let's say, us in our current form. But if we shift ourselves in that range, in their range of field, they will see us. We can interact with them in their own beautiful way and experience that beauty in doing so. So there is a joy in expressing ourselves in alternate forms. So our earthly manifestation is an example, and it's only an example. Which indicates that there are more things, more examples we can create for others and for our own enhancement of capacities. So the invisible aspect of the universe becomes the playground of our exploration. It's not just the travel. We can travel, let's say, the soul level in 0 time. And we have some of these experiences. Manifestation has its own beauty. And once we know how to manifest and retract from a certain manifestation, where is death that we know of? Our manifestation of this planet, however long we choose to, we can. And then we go back to another manifestation, go to another manifestation, or retract from manifestation completely to live in isolation, perhaps. But we can come back to it. So this soul of ours, we have to develop this trust. Remember that description of Mr. Keshe from not last Knowledge Seekers Workshop, the one before that, where the 3 layers of skin. At one point, we have these 3 layers of skin, and the middle layer is the one that is the soul of physicality, which is the barrier between our inner world and our outer world. At one point, Mr. Keshe erases that soul of physicality. So we become transparent between our soul world and our manifestation. So there is no 2 worlds, it's 1 world. And we can go between the 2 without any barrier. And the barrier that we have put up, in humility, we bring it down. And on this barrier, we hang all sorts of ideas, conditioning, teaching from various limited points of view. Once we make this barrier transparent, remove all the wall hangings from this wall, we are in a position to go between the inner world and the outer world. And the outer world that we are familiar with right now is only, as they say, 5%. So the fun is the manifestation and the invisible world. Both have their meaning or significance and energy flow. And we know the emotion dictates the term, how we go from one to the other. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, or there is a even bigger involvement of emotion when we connect from our soul dimension to that of the creator. The ultimate of the balanced field. Is there barriers there? Could be. But as we know from our current practices that we can bring down the barrier. So we can even bring down the barrier between the creator and us. We don't need any intermediaries. There is a tendency to create these kind of walls by those who want to create division. But as we bring down these walls, we become transparent. The creator's will is our will. Our will is nothing but that of the creator. Our same story goes when it comes to manifestation. So this continuum from creator to manifestation becomes one, which is otherwise known as the unit. So it is not that far away. Let's make our walls transparent so that fields can flow freely, and we see the dance of the energy and motion. And as we have talked about before, or as specifically Sweta talks about all the time, is that it's a dance, so let's dance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mashrik, my dear. I was thinking the same. I was thinking that in all the levels, I will say that no two worlds, but the levels we do, especially as feminine energy. We do a lot of things, like dancing, all the way. Have a plan, like the spider. The spider is me, and we have this gravity of the plan, and then suddenly it started to manifest, and we are there to manifest it. I am everywhere, kind of that. I do this, I do cooking, I do cleaning, I do this and that, and suddenly I ask my daughter, oh, I have to check the door. I have locked it or not. My daughter says, Mom, you have locked it already. Oh, really? I was there. I forget that. And then sometimes I was singing the song I thought yesterday. I was singing it loudly. And sometimes I even, kind of dancing also, as Marshik said. And these times, I will say these times, it's not the clothes, not the money, nothing gives you joy like you understand, when you understand yourself, that how the core of the spider web has been woven to enhance in an anti-clockwise way. So we do like that, like I have to wear a sari, a beautiful sari. Then I have to be in the core of that sari, and then I enhance the sari around me and I feel that I look like that, working for others, making food for others. We feel so good, So these are the dimensions, these are the levels we all work. Highly spiritual level, soulful level, when we do this, act of love in the way that I love you. That's it. That's it. Kind of that. Nothing comes in between. Kind of that. Anything, anything. You can do that. And this is the time, my dear. And I said, when there was in the epic Mahabharata, Lord Krishna was there sitting in his singhasan, in his chair. And the time came, humbly says, my Lord, can I be free now? I don't want to be a trap in this trap. The time was also in a trap. But Lord Krishna never give him the freedom. Give the time freedom. But when the time came to me, I said, oh, you are free. You are free forever. Let's dance together. So that is the way I will say, my dear, the spider is me and the web is mine. Both in the way. Yes, of course. That is according to the ethos of Mitra, indeed. Otherwise, DNA can be hard, but the RNA cannot manifest that in a way in the universal unified field. It maintains the core beauty, the core ethics of universal law. So then we can say we are eternal. There is no death anymore. Thank you, my dear Moshfik. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sweta. It's Dean here again. So I'd like to read the 2024 transmutation test that is about to unfold on this Friday, which is the 20th. So we have the chance to book the virtual seat for your soul. 2-hour sessions with small groups organized by geographical positioning of participants. According to the number of participants, it can be done in 1 Friday per month or extended to 2 Fridays per month. And participants will be informed by email of their time allocation. Please make sure to mention in the comment section of the order the time zone you will be participating from. And it says book now, and there's you can see a link to this where you can actually go and sign up and sign with your soul, sign your physicality to follow the soul intuition, the soul, the beauty of the soul. As you can see, it's 600 euros per session plus VAT. And it says here this every 3rd Friday of the month from July 2024 to October 2024. And it's 2-hour sessions. So for some of us, or for those that are participating, those 2 hours, are they, is it 2 hours? Or is it a fraction of a moment that we are present, that we believe it to be 2 hours? Because we are part of a structure that has given us a time zone, a time allocation in a physical form. And like we do when we sleep each night, time doesn't exist then. It really doesn't exist unless you're actually focusing in on a time, on a watch, or this is your focus point and it's all about time. Then yeah, you might, in a dream, you might come across watches and goodness knows what else. You're the captain of your ship. So you'll experience the physical form of time. However, as we know in the universe, and when you soul travel, there is no time. A blink of an eye, and much faster than this, 0 time communication. And this is, how can we say, transmutation. This is from one point to another. But do we traverse the physical space between these points? Or are we present in each space, connected to everything? As I look around me now, I'm sat in a room that is a plasmatic room that has many, many plasmas in position. And they're all manifestations from a creation of the knowledge that has been shared by Mr. Keshe. And then through the soul of myself and others, receive the knowledge. And then as we receive it, we've transmuted it into physical forms. And we call it star formations, we call it GANs, and we call it plasmas, and health patches, and cup 1 and cup 2, and many other manifestations. I think I even have a manifestation of a star formation that I made that's made from wood, and is held in position by some how can I say, fishing wire. It's actually plastic wire, but it's held in position. But then there's knowledge between this, with the knowledge that's been shared of making gradients of field strengths within the structure of the materials that have been used. So like the gradient that I might have from one emotion to another emotion, and sometimes the gradient is very heavily one-sided to a certain position that I sense and feel, and because of maybe a lack of a certain element, mineral, or because of a certain emotional attachment, it may be one, gravitational, say. And then the gradient may slip to the other end of the scale and be magnetical and be very light. And there may be a big space gap in between this. But as Stefania said earlier, is there any real space gaps, or is it all pure energy fields in between? So what we say is space, a gap, is really filled with energies, with magnetic gravitational field interactions. So we can be present in a moment, zero time communication between one side and the right side. And that's a physical thought or an automatic transmission on a soul level. And each and every one of us has the capability and the knowledge to do this. It's our choice to whether we want to be part or we want to stay in a certain position. The transmutation tests are giving us the opportunity to expand our consciousness, to expand the soul, and to be able to transverse and transmute both ends of the scale, both ends of the gradient. So for those of you that can join on Friday, look forward to the most wonderful experience. I know Mr. Keshe has explained it, that he's going to, I think he even said he was going to force a condition at one point, I think he said. Although I'm not sure Mr. Keshe would ever do such a thing. He's a very gentle soul that is here to, with love and care, to create conditions and create an environment of peaceful interactions throughout the galaxies, the cosmos, and particularly on planet Earth in this moment, to elevate us, to bring us to a point of understanding of the beauty that sits within the transmutation test of the soul. So thank you for being present. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, my dear Jean. Beautifully you said. Thank you. Thank you. Now we can move to the next presentation.
Okay, I think I'm to play a video here, but I don't quite understand. There's supposed to be a voiceover. So is someone going to be talking during this video?
Rick Heistine, Rick, yeah, there was. I was always going to make a voiceover for this, but it never got done. Like the beautiful voiceover we heard from Jacko today, there should be a voiceover, and at some point it will happen. So the manifestation at the moment is what we have. I think we can see the video and then maybe understand. One thing I would like to say, I actually produced this video, made this video a little while ago, and it was never played. What was interesting for me was the interaction of a very simple thing. It was a turntable that had physical, as you can see, little reactor balls that were going to be filled with GANs that were sat on top of this table, this rotating, very simple one-dimensional table, or two-dimensional. And you just watch the interaction as they move around the center ball. And then if you can expand your thoughts and understanding to this being a sphere, 360-degree sphere all the way around. And then you start to get a feeling of the interactions of a plasma in many, many different conditions on planet Earth and outside of the how can I say, the structure, the field strength of the environment of planet Earth. So you can look at it from very many different perspectives. You can look at it as a flat plane, and many people will then jump on this in a certain way. But you can also expand upon it as in a 360, and you can look at it on a soul level with Mitra and the understanding of the knowledge that is being transferred by Mr. Keshe through the Knowledge Seekers workshops, and then being transmuted through my understanding in this particular instance, that is then being shown in a physical form once more. So it's a transmutation in many, many elements, and depending upon your viewpoint, you will receive or you will take from your understanding, and you will elaborate and enhance and receive, and then go on to produce many, many other plasmas from maybe this interaction. And if this is one interaction, if you can imagine this as countless interactions in your moment, in your lifetime, in your experiences, and then all the other experiences that are happening, then you can imagine the amount of interactions that are taking place in this moment. And remember what we said earlier, when you receive from all the other souls, and everything has a soul. So understand the divinity of the beauty that is basically part of your structure. Thank you, Rick. You can play the video now. Thank you, Rick, for playing the video. I forgot how the music is very dramatic. It's unusual for it to be dramatic. Usually the music is very peaceful for the foundation. But in that moment, that was what was created. And it has big knowledge behind it. And this was part of the teachings of Mr. Keshe, going back some moments. And like the balls that revolving on the table, the knowledge is transmuted and changes constantly. As we readjust to our understanding, everything else has to readjust, like the magnets on the table. So from one atom to a universe is all the same thing. And I guess this is how we expand the consciousness. This is how we expand the soul of ourselves and the soul of humanity, by our understanding increasing and moving to a new position. And then from that position, the creation happens once more. And it's in constant motion. Nothing is fixed. Everything is in balance most of the time. And then it becomes unbalanced, and then we get a different shift. But the creation of a plasma, as we've seen here, creating the soul of Mitra. So this was some very big knowledge that Mr. Keshe brought forward when humanity understood that the soul of Mitra can be present on planet Earth. And this soul has the beauty of the Creator. It's unblemished by experiences of what we have come to know in our limited expansion of our creation. When we touch the soul of Mitra, and when we understand the child of the universe comes with a very pure soul of intention to elevate humanity and all the souls that are created, bring further knowledge and further beauty. And this child of the creation will have such humble pureness of beauty that the whole of humanity will be in peace in this moment, will be elevated, and will know the beauty that is present within us, but then will grow and grow through the generations, so that we have no choice but to create peace, because peace is the process and is the final and the ultimate part of creation. So, creating the soul of Mitra, I know that each and every single one of us has experienced that beauty within inside us. When we are touched, we touch the soul, and when we sense and we feel it. And we know that as a gift to humanity, a real gift, Mitra is now present. The child of Mitra, Mr. Keshe said, is present on Earth. And if you think about the position that we have as a species, as a race, as one planet, and as one nation, we now take our position with the universal community. And we have responsibilities to interact in a peaceful manner. And remember, going back what was said earlier, it all starts from within us, the one. As soon as one interacts in a correct way and understands this, and I think many of us are starting to understand this, then Mitra is present and we can interact. And the pureness and the beauty of it will transmute to the whole of the creation that we experience, because we're part of it. Thank you for being present. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Sweta.
Thank you so much, my dear Jean. So beautiful. What can I say? I have no words. So beautiful words. So much kindness from you. Thank you. Thank you to our my Saya Shriman, Mehran ji, Shriman, MT Keshe. We all love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta.
Now,
One thing, can I just say one more thing, Shweta? Because you said you had no words. And I think that's very poignant because of what was said earlier. Because the energy is between the words. Where we think there is nothing, that stillness and that space gap, that plasma, that's where the energy flows. That's where the superhighway is. And you just summed it all up with those beautiful words. You've just created it in the right way. So you've touched the souls of many, many today. Thank you, Shweta. Thank you very much.
oh, thank you, my dear, for appreciating. Thank you so much. Oh, now we can move to the next presentation. Welcome, my dear beautiful souls. This is welcoming, welcoming, you can say a decoration I have made when we all started learning from Keshe Foundation how to make the guns and the plasma water. And I thought I can put everything here, like me, the Sri Yantra, the rose, these are all real, And I also sprayed some perfume on it so that whenever somebody comes and feel this welcoming decoration, and I always see that when I put it in the table, and I used to see what an emotion they are creating. I thought that will be an immediate impression at that time, But I was so happy then. I was very happy that I'm able to do it. I am able to create a welcoming decoration for all souls. I will say, I am saying like souls, but all of them, those are entering my home, at that time. Now I understand in this welcoming, there's plasma water in it, and my intention, to welcome. As we all welcome here, all souls to say and share and love each other. As lovers, we are all equal. So, but then I know many souls came to see me at that time, many, many times. I thought they were gods, as I was taught from the childhood. I have taught from the childhood. From the childhood that if you are seeing a light, I can see some light sometimes, and you can see. And I thought because I was brought up in this like different gods and all, I see sometimes like, oh, they are gods, they are here for me. But then I say in the Bangla public teaching, Bangla public teaching that maybe Selena, you came to see me from the future to guide me. I told to Selena in the knowledge seeker workshop, Bangla teaching. So that was a feeling that maybe Rick came to see me at that time. Maybe you didn't, maybe Lisbeth. I don't know. I'm going emotional. But then this is a welcoming decoration with a perfume, with the frankinese lit up at the side. So feel that, and I welcome you, dear beautiful souls. See the rose, it is given to you, and come and share what you have. If there is any question, we are all learning, my dear. But we will try to answer whatever we know now. This is the time to step in. The ethos of Mitra. She is the real lover. Really. Welcome, 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 my dear. Suswagatam. Welcome.
Oh, I have one wish provided from the Andreas from the community, German community. that which we, the UC, give freely of our soul to protect all physicalities and ensure the best possible overcoming of rainfall and floods in the Central Europe. Or wish comment.
We are present, my dear.
Elizabeth, it's Dean again. Thank you very much for that wish. And Andreas, that's a very beautiful wish, and thank you for that. Some of us have been present in Europe and we've experienced this. And I know many people around the planet have experienced flooding and many other conditions. So this is not just Europe, but the wish is for Europe. And I know we've been present with this, and the rain has been very intense for a very long time. And it's created much destruction and many conditions. A plasma. Let's go back to the plasma. The strongest always gives to the weakest. Magnetical and gravitational field interactions. And whether you are a cell in the body or you are a universe and everything in between, all the matters and all the plasmas or the fields, they all receive and give constantly. In each and every moment, humanity is creating plasmas with the emotions that are linked to the planet. And so if you are part of a structure, and whether you like it or not, you will receive the energies of it, because each and every single one of us are responsible for our words, thoughts, and actions. And even if it's part of another position, if we receive the energies from this, then we have to give and take. And when we take too much, the payback can be more. Humanity, in its growing phase of understanding, has, in some instances, taken much. And the consciousness, the field interactions, the flow of the fields, then has to receive from. So be responsible for your soul essence, your positioning in this moment, your responsibility as a soul that has now received the information, to know in this moment that if you create a condition through an intention, and even if it's not an intention, you just receive the energy from, let's say, if you are part of a process that makes a weapon and you're just a tiny part of it, you receive the energy from a financial position to, I don't know, make part of this. Then you have to pay back to another plasma because you've taken. And this is the same with this position and what we see in this wish right now. Because everything's a plasma, everything has a soul. So everything is receiving and sharing energies. Everything is an energy transfer. So if you have this understanding, you would only give, and you would then only receive because you've given. And when you receive on that level, you're receiving on a creator level. And as we've spoken about earlier, that's from all the souls. So in a plasmatic condition, each nation, each individual, each soul, each plasma is constantly emotionally triggered by the environment, and then how that this is, how can we say, conditioned by your energies, what you've received as a soul, like the knowledge is being given now and shared, and all the beautiful souls that are present on the panel and behind the scenes that know this information and have received it. They know that there's a balance point and a condition that we have to give to and receive back from. So the understanding is there. Then if you decide that you want to force a condition that is not correct, then you create a plasma, you create a plasmatic wind, you create a condition that has to be balanced. And as I said earlier, whether you're an individual or whether you are a nation or Northern Europe or Northern Hemisphere or a planet, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. So be responsible in your position that you are right now, and understand that if you do take, then you have to pay back for this. And it's your choice. In this very moment, everything is now, the past is gone. So from this moment now, you have a choice. And you have an understanding of this choice. So be present and be peaceful, because we know, and the Creator knows, and is transparent and sees everything. And you and I and all of us are present as one plasma, one soul that understands this. And as this is shared, and as this information, this energy transfer gathers more and more souls, interaction and knowing it, then this plasmatic condition creates peace within a plasma. You, me, and totality. Thank you, Sweta. And I really, really wish all that have received in the physical form on planet Earth many, many different conditions that they're going through. And each and every soul receives lessons. And sometimes these lessons will be very difficult for us. But when you understand it, that you are, when you go inside, that you have a position and a time and a place and an understanding that you can create. And this knowledge is universal. And understand the beauty of the message. Some of the things that have been said today by many of us, and by Jacko in particular, should touch you and make you understand what a plasmatic condition can create. I wish you a most peaceful, beautiful moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear Dean. Thank you so much. Is there any? Oh, is Yanni Merlin? Oh, you will see. Yanni is saying, hello, please allow me at the end of the meeting to make a clarification about the land cultivated with the plasmatic sunflower. Elizabeth, please help me with the translation from Spanish to English. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my dear Kiani. Yes, now we can move to the next presentation, then we can welcome Kiani. Rick?
You want to do this first then, the audio excerpt?
Yes, you can play the audio as it is a contribution from Andrea. Yes, okay. Thank you, my dear.
Yes, so as Shweta mentioned, this is an audio from Andrea.
Hello everyone, Andrea is speaking, support member from the German community. When I think about why I am here in this time right Hello everyone, Andrea is speaking, support member from the German community. When I think about why I am here in this time right now, I receive a lot of inspirations. The most of all, which touch my soul very intense, is I am here to serve, equal no matter what challenges are yet to come. Therefore, I want to share with you my understanding, also from Mr. Keshe's teachings, what it means to serve. To serve means the full understanding of the ethos of Mitra, which is the fundamental part. When the soul of the man and the soul of physicality are in line, then we can serve by 100% with the ethos of Mitra. To serve means the understanding that all souls are equal. To serve means respect and acceptance to all souls. To serve means to practice inner work all the time. To serve means that the basic for everything is humbleness instead of serving myself. To serve means my soul is the captain and act with pure intentions for the highest good for everything. To serve means using the beauty of the universal knowledge in myself to support and elevate other souls. To serve means the understanding we as one planet, one nation, and one race. To serve means understanding and living the knowledge about the 24 commandments which Mr. Keshe teach, especially the commandment 22nd, detachment. Detachment from anything, which includes I understand and eternalized all commandments. This is the only way to go through transmutation. To serve means to reach the commandment number 24. I'm enlightened at the time I can join the universal community. It's for me the divine goal with the ethos of Mitra to become a pure soul. Thanks to the Creator for all his work.
Beautiful. Thank you, my dear Andrea. Thank you so, so much. Thank you so much. Now we can welcome Gyani to say what you want to say. Welcome, Gyani, my dear. Welcome.
Let me bring you in as a panelist, Johnny, or at least allow you to talk either way. Okay, you're in as panelist now.
Hello,
So,
everyone.
hi, Johnny, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, Lisbeth, please help me.
Hello, Elizabeth, are you there?
I need help me.
I think she's transmuting into the panelists right now.
Okay. Hello, hello.
Hi,
Mira, Yanni, claro. Ya sabes, frases cortas y con mucho gusto. Go ahead.
Okay, hola a todos.
Hi, good morning. Hello, hello.
Quiero aclarar una cosa con respecto al cultivo del girasol.
Okay, I want to clarify one thing regarding the planting for the sunflower.
¿Por qué se ha hecho un error por la traducción?
Because it's for correction. One mistake. Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
El experimento con girasol es 80 hectáreas.
Okay, the experiment is the sunflower is 18 hectares.
300 hectáreas es toda la tierra donde se cultiva más tipos de semillas.
Okay, I have 300 more for many more types of family the cultivated. Go ahead.
Aquí otra vez voy a clarificar. Laurencio y Mijaela tienen 300 hectáreas de tierra.
Okay, Laurencia and Micaela have 300 hectares the land.
Y por ejemplo, ese año ha sembrado trigo.
Okay, and that year, and for example, that year has planted wheat.
Maíz, sorgo y otros tipos de cultivos.
Corn and other types of crops. Or they're planting more.
La girasol son 80 hectáreas.
Only from sunflower is 80 hectares.
Y el procedimiento, lo que hemos utilizado es.
Okay, the procedure what they have used it is.
Nanoplantas y plasma antes de sembrar.
Okay, nanoplants and plasma before planting.
Después plasmatizar semillas de girasol.
Sorry. ¿Lo hiciste en las semillas o en la tierra?
Otra vez. Lo primero en la tierra, nanoplantas y plasma.
Ok, como en spray o algo así.
Sí, rociado con nanoplantas y plasma.
Ok, the first, the land give plasma water from the plants.
Después hemos plasmatizado las semillas.
After is plasmatized, embodied the seeds with the same, en la misma agua de plasma, ¿no?
No. La flor de girasol, las semillas, le hemos plasmatizado con CO2.
Okay. The seeds from the sunflower, the first, okay. First, the land is with the plasma water from the plants. And next step, all seeds with plasma water CO2 from the sunflower. Okay, go ahead.
Lo que has dicho es nanoplantas y plasma hecho en la tierra antes de sembrar.
Sí. Y después las semillas del girasol la pusiste en agua de plasma de CO2.
Le hemos tratada con plasma de CO2, no puestas en agua. Hay un sistema que se utiliza normalmente en la agricultura. No le mojamos. Estamos como una pulverización. Rick tiene el video.
Okay. I have one mistake. After the second step is treated all seeds treated with CO2 plasma, not put in the water. That is a system that is normally used in agriculture. Sania, Rick for the video. Okay, go ahead.
Y el tercero hemos rociado con plasma de CO2 ZNOCH3 después de que las plantas ya empezaron a crecer.
Okay. After and the third is after planting, when they growing, más o menos cuánto han crecido.
Pues no importa eso.
Okay.
Porque fue después de una semana.
Okay. After around one week planting, give more plasma water in the spraying with CO2, zinc, and CEST.
Yes.
Go. Yeah.
Y así hacemos con todas las semillas.
All the same for all planting the seeds.
Yes.
Okay.
Eso quería aclararlo.
Okay. He clarify that procedure because it's a like experiment, but it's better for protocol. Maybe the other people use it. And thanks, Johnny. Yeah, go.
La finca de Laurencio y Mijaela es el segundo año de cuando trabaja solo con plasma.
Okay, it's a second year. The farmer from Micaela and Laurencio working with the plasma.
Y lo que ha pasado con el cultivo de girasol ha pasado con todo.
What happened with the sunflower the all land is the same with the other everything. Todo lo que se planta o todo lo que existe allí.
Todo lo que existen ahí donde hemos trabajado con plasma.
Okay. It's the same with all farmer with the working with the plasma. All planting, all around it, on the environment. Okay, go.
Sí, todo el trigo, el maíz, el sorgo, todos los cultivos se ha sentido de maravilla con plasma.
Okay, all, yes, all wheat, cars, sunflower, all planting that crops which feel wonderful with the plasma.
Sí, no ha tenido con falta de agua, de lluvia, todo se ha hecho magnífico.
Not important, not raining, no shortage, little water, everything has been magnificent.
También eso ha pasado en los otros cultivos de Rumanía que se hacen a unos cientos de kilómetros de aquí.
Is the same for all other crops, other farmers in Romania that grow in a field, not important, a few hundred kilometers away, what is the farmer with the Laurencio, and what is the other name? And Michaela.
Sí,
It's the same.
Mijaela.
Yeah, it's the same for all
Laurencio y
farmers.
Mijaela.
Yeah.
Sí. Y aquí todos los que trabajan con plasma ya han visto que todo es diferente.
All people, everyone who worked with the plasma has already seen that everything is very different, like other days, no? Like years, other years. Le aclaré que diferente como que otros años, ¿no?
Sí, claro, porque no hay lluvia o si hay es muy poca. Y entonces los que trabajan con la química, con los químicos, tienen problemas.
Yes, because there is no rain or little. This is very little. And those to work with the chemicals have problems that different, like the all farmers work with the plasma, no? Go.
Sí. Y ahora estamos en la República Moldavia, donde vamos a hacer lo mismo.
Now is Moldavian Republic and we're going to do the same with the farmers, ¿no? Para
Y
los
aquí, vamos a sembrar en principio 10 hectáreas de trigo.
Okay, now starting with 10 hectares with the wheat. No.
Ok, y ahora estamos documentando todo.
Now we are documented all process.
Pero eso lo vamos a discutir mañana en el Plasma Reactor Group.
I will be discussed tomorrow on the reactor group, the plasma. All, of course, all invited.
Porque sí, son muchos detalles y tenemos aquí un laboratorio y vamos a documentar todo, con fotos y vídeos, en el microscopio.
Okay. Yes, there are many details, and we have a laboratory here, and we are going to document everything on the microscope, videos, pictures, all things, all process. Go ahead.
Y por ejemplo, utilizamos semillas que están tratadas con químicas y semillas tratadas con plasma para ver la prueba muy clara cómo crecen y cómo se manifiestan.
Where use seeds treat with the chemicals and the other with plasma, but because see the different and how do they manifest. Of course, very different.
Sí, como he dicho, mañana en el Plasma Reactor Group, si alguien me ayuda con la traducción, estoy presente para compartir todo.
Okay, I go. I him wait for tomorrow, and I think is help him for translation. Yanni, muy rápido empezando, no muy tarde porque tengo cita en la mañana, así que tengo que dormir un poco, okay? Sorry, I clarify the Yanni, no more late because it's late for me at the sleep time, but I intend to stay with him tomorrow for translation. Really, it's my night today.
Maybe John Wells can help with that too. If you could connect with him, as long as one of you are there, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank
that's
you,
excellent.
Yanni. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and thank you, Rick.
Okay, well, thank you.
Gracias a todos.
Thank you, Gianni, my dear. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Salam, namaste, Salim, my dear.
Thank you.
Thank me. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Thank you for your clarification, your beautiful presentation always. Thank you. And gratitude from the core of my heart and soul. Thank you. Now we can move to the next presentation. Now another next presentation. Yes, here we are to serve, not to be served, my dear beautiful souls. And there's a noise, I apologize. The Universal Council. We are all universal, and here we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome again to the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy of Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute organization. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the beautiful energy present in the beauty and totality of the universal souls. All we are, all lovers we are, and we are equal, as said by Mitra. Thank you, and welcome. Join Keshe Foundation. Follow. Jump in. Thank you. Thank you. What I can say. We all love Keshe Foundation. Thank you so much. Salam, namaste, salute. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sweta. Thank you to all the members of the Universal Council and support members. Just get my image up here. Just bear with me a second. I clear my desktop and find the presentation. There we go. All right. Well, thank you everybody for attending today's workshop, the 344th One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace here on Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. Great show. Thank you to all the members of the Universal Council and support members, and for everyone to be here to participate and witness this show. Thank you. Our next public teaching workshop, as mentioned by Gianni, is the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group coming up tomorrow. That's Wednesday, September 18th, starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time. And as Gianni mentioned, he'll be there showing a presentation of his laboratory work and much more. So we look forward to that and are very grateful for those kinds of presentations. And if you do have something else you'd like to bring forward in that show, then it's a good place to share your experiments or share your experiences of the plasma technology. So again, that's Wednesday, September 18th, starting at 7 a.m. Central European time. And we usually go for several hours of that workshop. Okay, I think that's it, other than our usual exit music here.
Exit music and some dance. Thank you, my dear beautiful souls. Dance, dance, dance and clap and be in joy, my dear beautiful souls. Always be in joy and peace. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Think good, act good, and play good as well. So dance good.
Dance good.
Be one of the new laws. Okay. Thank you, everyone. And we'll go out now with the, let me make sure I'm sharing proper. Yes. And bye for now.